Battle of wits between championship coaches Pat Riley and Chuck Daly. Knicks and Nets dead ahead.
Not only in the starting lineup, but when we get to the bench, and Pat Riley has used his bench often and well. Chuck Daly said he's not quite as confident with his bench. So there's Riley of the Armani and Daly of the Hugo Boss. Chuck Daly, 74 playoff wins, fourth in NBA history. Davis. Look at the ball movement. Harper open from the perimeter. Derek Harper, it's 2-0 Knicks.
Harper and Anthony are playing very solid basketball, not only in their one-man defense on Kenny Anderson, but also giving the Knicks 16 points a game in this series.
There's Kevin Edwards, who's played big in this series also. Chris Morris out high, puts the ball on the floor, comes back with it with 5 on the shot clock. The drive, the basket, no whistle, it's tied at 2.
That's like how one of your little children would design a play, just like that, okay? But we have to make sure that we get in the fumbles.
Anything significant about little children there? Bonner to Ewing to Oakley. He knocks it down from 16, Charles Oakley.
You love this game, Bob. You made a good point. 16 points, 16 rebounds, and he must handle all of this trapping anytime that he comes off of a screen.
Kevin Edwards pulls up from the outside and knocks. Nets on the run.
Gotta get this one.
Anderson slices inside, followed by Coleman. Nets 6, Knicks 4. Quick, 10 to shoot for New York. That's a 3 from Hubert Davis.
The big thing here for the Knicks is any time that you take one of the New Jersey guys off the dribble, the Knicks are so good in perimeter shooting, and they have Davis and Harper who can stroke the 3 in this group that's out on the floor right now.
Coleman really battling Bonner down there. Bonner really fights Derek Coleman. As a matter of fact, 8 seconds. Ewing against Benjamin.
In the early going, they're trying to take you off the dribble first.
Look at Bonner. He stepped between Benjamin and Coleman to take that rebound. Knicks by 2 and the ball.
Bonner's in there for offensive rebounding and defense. And
hard the ball. Anderson to Coleman to Edwards and the foul. It's 2 on 3. Anderson says, I can beat Davis on the drive. He does. He's fouled. Fadeaway baseline jumper. Not this time. Oakley on the offensive boards.
That's where he's making a haven. See, right now, Coleman, you've got to concentrate on him. You must put a body on Oakley. Why? Because he's averaging 5.5 offensive rebounds a game.
Oakley has 4 points early. Deep inside, Derek Coleman with his first basket of the night. It's 3-2 break. Kenny Anderson blocked by Ewing. Derek Harper defensed him well also.
Excellent transition, New Jersey to rotate, and they're getting good looks.
Patrick Ewing getting the double team. Here's Charles Smith.
That's his shot.
He's 7 out now with 2 personal fouls. Greg Anthony comes into the ball game, and John Starks is also going to get in for New York. Oh, they love John. 10 to shoot. Starks on the drive. Gets the bounce, John Starks.
I don't know how he makes that shot. He made 2 of them in game 3. He's at a bad angle, and he just throws the ball on the glass, and he gets the bounce.
Armand Gilliam. Oh. That's a scorer's touch.
That's a touche. At one end, we do it at the other. But they need Gilliam. Game 3, Gilliam came in, gave him 16 big points.
8 seconds difference in the shot clock and game clock here at the end of the first quarter, and Charles Oakley puts Red Holtzman in the middle, giving off some wisdom to Ernie Grunfeld and Dave Checketts with the New York Knicks.
27. They have 7 turnovers, and they're only 3 down.
John Starks from the corner. Armand Gilliam's turnaround jumper will go down over Anthony Mason, his first bucket of the night, and the Knicks lead it by 3.
Now in this playoff, Armand is playing 26 minutes. He's getting 11 points and 6 rebounds, doing an excellent job.
Anthony looking for Charles Smith, posted inside against P.J. Brown. Nice move in there.
Yes, that's a pretty move.
Again, his second steal, and the foul on Anthony.
excellent effort by Anthony. Give him his due. He was behind on that, ran him down, honestly thought that he had a clean block. Now you're going to see the pass back, shoots the gap. Now keep an eye on Anthony here. Now right there. Oh, no wonder.
Yeah.
Oh,
clean,
absolutely.
Clean
block. Clean block. Give it to him. Good block.
Right now, here's Gillian's turnaround.
That's a difficult shot. It looks easy to block. He's 6'9". He throws that fadeaway. He comes into this season a career 15.5 points per game player.
He's 3 of 4 tonight. Starks kicks to Ewing. 15. Patrick doesn't miss many of those.
It's the only time, though, Bob, in this first half that Patrick looks comfortable, and it's when he's facing for the jump shot. Any type of pivot play, he's shooting the ball flat tonight.
10 to shoot. Wesley maybe might think about that 3 next time. Those are 2 weak efforts. Starks on the run. Here's Starks spotted up in the corner. 4-3, John Starks.
Excellent ball movement. Starks was calling for that ball all the way. When he came
over in this half, as they did the whole game in Game 3, they have 11. Charles Smith from 14 feet.
Charles Smith has the dip underneath. He's got an up and under, a fade.
Patrick Ewing draws 3. 10 to shoot. Starks steps up.
Great play.
9 points for Starks. His leg, in terms of its productivity, is well. It may be hurting him, but he sure is getting it done. 4 out of 5, 9 points coming off a 15-point performance in Game 3.
One of the truly great streak shooters that we have in the NBA, because not only is he streaky off the break, he's murder in threes once he gets it. The Knicks are just looking for the double team. Now comes your head fake. That's an offensive player at his best. Catching the defense, trying to...
Into the paint, went to the left hand. John Starks, Coleman.
Easy.
Look out, look out.
Easy there.
Oh, you can see that coming.
Yeah, it's easy. Starks is ball at both ends of the floor.
Harper, that's a 2. 43 seconds to go in the half.
I like Harper's attitude tonight.
Pick and roll. Harper almost had the opening, and he lost the handle. 2 seconds to shoot. Starks. Ewing almost tipped it in. Kept alive. Smith back in there.
Big.
He scores with 3.6 to go in the half.
Big play.
Kevin Edwards. At the end of the half, the Knicks lead it 45-38, and John Starks already has a sore tailbone, and you saw his gesture. I hope you didn't, but I think you did. Arena. Coleman comes out here quickly and gets his first 2.
Well, that's what you like.
Coleman is fouled as he dropped. I liked your line earlier. There are already 20,000 spectators here. One more is not needed. Huh? Patrick Ewing over Benoit Benjamin. And Benjamin, by the way, has 4 personal fouls.
Did you notice? You see how he fronts him? About 18 seconds on the shot clock.
There's Oakley, open from outside. One time. Bonner working inside to Ewing, who is fouled hard by Benjamin. Charles Oakley missed it, got his own board. Ewing follows from the baseline. Patrick Ewing.
Poor Bonner and Oakley are working so hard.
Are in Portland for the Houston-Portland series. Gillian, tough shot.
He can make those. At this end of the floor that we're going to right now, the Knicks had 4 offensive rebounds in the first half. They now have 6 already in this third quarter for a total of 10.
Patrick Ewing hard to the rim.
One of the very few times in this series that he's been able to get into the lane with his dribble move.
Which is one reason he's 4 for 11 from the floor. Knicks by 3.
Smith's on his back.
Coleman's turnaround jumper. Rebound, Charles Smith.
Smith did not surrender that spot. He fought him for the spot and then challenged the shot.
Smith has 5 rebounds in the game. Derek Harper with a penetration bank shot. And Harper has 8 points. Knicks back to a 5-point lead.
Harper was 3 for 6 at the end of the half, and he's definitely looking to take advantage of Kenny Anderson, no doubt about it.
Chris Morris hits the 3. Charles Smith, 6 rebounds. And he's fouled.
I tell you, that's a staggering and learn how to handle the ball in there.
Coleman inside, fouled again. Defended by Gilliam. Up and under Patrick Ewing, and he's going to really work down there until they put some more bodies on him. 18 for Patrick.
Well, what I like about what they're doing now is they're saying, we're going to isolate Patrick, clear the side, and set him up deep and not let him come out of there.
Coleman putting it on the floor, and he's fouled again. Patrick Ewing, quick release. 20 points for Ewing.
That's what they want. They're running a screen and roll to the right side of the floor. They did this in the first quarter just to set up the ball movement, to get it to the opposite side of the floor and then go in.
Ewing has made his last 4 shots. He has 11 points in this quarter. He is keeping the Knicks out in front by 5 now. Edwards hasn't scored in a while. Ewing now rebounding out to Derek Harper.
Hey, this is good. See, Harper told him, let's keep going to Patrick. He made them swing the ball that time.
Now the double team for Morris. Open man was Charles Smith. Is that a technical? It looked as though Steve Javie signaled a technical, but let's hold on for a moment.
Well, that time, though, anytime you go up in the air, when you go up in the air, now just watch this. As he makes his move, they double team. Patrick finds the man. You're allowed to grab onto the rim, see, because Coleman was underneath him. And the rule is that you must have a clear landing in order for it to be a technical. Charles has always been a very good foul shooter. To the spot, bring it back, and there you go.
And there you go. Ewing misses it, however, the follow from Charles Oakley. And, you know, interesting crowd here. This is at New Jersey.
That's right.
And the crowd will be like pulling for New Jersey, pulling for New Jersey. Then the game gets on in the 3rd or 4th quarter. All of a sudden, all the Knicks fans come out of the closet.
And you know what's sad? They just broke their attendance record this year with 16,000 a game. Just a great move by Harper. And here comes the Yoke man to send that one down. And that was set up an elation with Oakley because he's had a tough night on easy shots inside. This game...
Anderson goes inside, loses the ball. Smith has it. Here comes Derek Harper and Starks and Ewing.
Oh, my. First of all, a great switch of hands and a shot by Harper.
Charles Smith. Smith has been on fire. He has 16 off the bench over David Wesley. Rebound Oakley. Back to Starks.
Nice move.
His knee looked pretty good on that one.
Sure does. Yeah, see, he keeps pounding his heart to these fans. There's a group of them right opposite the foul line to our left as you're looking at your screen who've been on Stark since this game started.
Rick Mahorn making his first appearance of the game also. Coleman. Ewing continues his resting on the bench for New York. He had 22, 13 points in that 3rd quarter. Oh, Smith has 18.
Well, we tell you during his first 4 years with the Clippers, he averaged 18 and 9 boards.
Punched away by Starks. Rewarding Oakley for all that hard work.
Yeah, that's nice. You always like to see that. And then the big front court people don't mind running and helping you when you have a breakaway in case somebody misses.
How would you like to play in this building? The Knicks lead by 15 and thunderous applause for the visiting team. His big body on Patrick Ewing. Knicks looking for Ewing. Mahorn on the defense. Fouls 6 of 10 from the free throw line. 9 9-point Knicks lead with 7:26 remaining in the game. Oh, what it is to have a warrior like that. You know, I was thinking the other day, Huey, this is perhaps stating the obvious, but if you put Patrick Ewing on any of the top 4 or 5 teams in the East, they'd be the favorites. Put Ewing with the Hawks, put Ewing with the Bulls.
Statement,
you know,
sure. Of course.
He's the man. Knicks by 10.
See, they're undecided what they want to do.
And thus the steal.
Great, Huss.
Greg Anthony says, look what I found. Charles Oakley made that happen.
See, the Knicks are not afraid to dive on the floor. They dive any time that they have a chance to knock a ball loose. He shot the gap, knew he couldn't get it if he stayed on his feet, dove out there and knocked that ball free.
Coleman in the paint, up and under, and he'll have a three-point opportunity.
Well, this is the guy that must step up, because coming into this game,
Coleman.
Oakley's just getting over half court.
And Anderson drives inside. He is called that he will go to the free throw line. They say Charles Smith fouled him.
And the Nets catch a break that time.
Yes. Back to Anderson for the penetration. Patrick Ewing blocked his shot just like he did in Game 3. From the corner, that's a three. Johnny Newman. And we have a 5-point game. Get back in the living room in front of Starks. Just too much for Newman. That's Nets ball trailing by 5.
You never throw a direct pass in that painted area. No big man can even catch that. I mean, that was just thrown too hard. Throw the bounce pass if you must make the pass so that the guy has a chance to see it.
Newman off
all of the cutters and help out.
There's the double team on Patrick Ewing as he spins down the baseline and hits the shot. Gilliam got there too late.
Tough shot, Bob. Tough shot, tough angle, and the defender was hanging all over.
Well, we saw those shots come from Ewing in the fourth quarter in game number 3. Knicks by 7, 3:25 to go. Gilliam has it punched away. Coleman is held by Oakley. 3.
See, Mahorn is hand-checking Ewing, and it's difficult for Patrick to get started. Well, how about that? Now, that was big. Because Mahorn would not allow him to move, and then he finally just shook him. That was a tough shot.
Opportunity to cut the lead to 4. Anderson looking for Coleman. Defense by Charles Smith. Not enough space.
Well, see, he picked up his dribble.
Coleman out to Edwards. Only 2 seconds to shoot. He's going to take it from downtown. Air ball. 24-second violation. Knicks defense. Credit Charles Smith on Coleman.
Oh, he did an excellent job.
Unless they can come back from this 6-point deficit.
The Knicks continue to run the screen for Starks in this set that they keep running. It has been very goodly. And then also, Carol Blazejowski, who grew up right here in Cranford, New Jersey, played at Montclair State, was the leading female college basketball scorer in the country in the NCAAs.
Knicks by 8 with 1:09 to go. Well, the Nets started the season 13-20, finished 32-17, beat the Knicks 4-1 in the regular season, but the Knicks have come up big in the playoffs.
How about that steal? They inbound the ball, and Oakley knocks it right out of his hand. That was key. Now you're going
for the opportunity to meet Indiana and the other Eastern 384 against Philadelphia.
Oh, there's the killer. Patrick Ewing up over the top of Coleman and taps it in.
Gilliam has it blocked by Ewing. And this will be the cherry on the sundae.
And a little shake by Patrick.
And the Knicks will just run it out now. There's the foul. Well, you know, we were talking about Chuck Daly being inducted into the Hall of Fame on Monday, on May 9th. There's also a lot of question marks in this area. Will Chuck Daly be back with the New Jersey Knicks?
Well, every day in the papers here, they have The team started out slowly during the early part of the season, but then came on strong. And when you look at it, this is the largest attendance ever in the history of this franchise. 16,056 a game. They had 17 sellouts, the most ever. This building holds 20,049. You add the 2 in the playoffs, so everybody is feeling good about the situation. But
to get ready for Chicago, you know, there's no secret about this. They've already been preparing this year come to a close. But it's been a good one for Kenny Anderson and Derek Coleman.
Well, they both made the All-Star game. That was the highlight of their season. They both have struggled from an offensive standpoint in regards to shooting. We've been trying to tell you that's been very difficult for them to do in this building this season. Knicks were very confident. They felt that their work ethic, they were very down about losing that game, Game 3. They honestly felt that they did not get a good effort by their people on the offensive board. Pat Riley really attacked everyone other than Oakley. He challenged them in yesterday's practice field goal attempts, but we have to realize that that's also because of the tough defense.
And John Starks, what life he has brought back to the Knicks when he came off the injured list. 16 points. And this game is 10 seconds away from being history, as is the season for the New Jersey Nets. John Starks will hold the ball. 102-92. The Knicks advance and will play Chicago in the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Our Budweiser player of the game could have been any of several, but Patrick Ewing big in the second half, 27.
I make guys respect me.
You get past me, you know, you have to deal with him.
I think if you lose him, you lose the force and you lose the heart of the team.
This is my hit man. This is my hit man. Yeah.
I've told the Knicks that if they trade him, they got to trade me too. That's how important I think Charles is to this team and to me.
After the Knicks' season-ending failure against the Bulls last year, Oakley set himself up to be traded. Complaining to Pat Riley, the press, and anyone who would listen that he didn't get enough minutes in the Bulls series.
He was a little bit upset last year, and I understand that he was, because he was bitterly disappointed about losing that series. And it came out with contract, and it came out with minutes and all that stuff. But he's right. He belongs on the floor.
I tried to do everything they wanted me to do, but I told them, you know, last year I can do more. I need more minutes. And this year I got more minutes.
You've never backed off on the court, and you certainly didn't back off then. How tough was that meeting between you and Pat Riley?
You know, I went to him straight up and just said, hey, you know, I think from an individual to help this team, I can do more. And I know everybody want to play, and it's going to come a time in my career I'm about to step back, but I don't feel like it's my time yet. I want to step forward.
We need him on the court to win. I made a huge mistake last year. You know, when everybody talks about, you know, what happened in Game 5, probably the biggest thing that happened is that he was sitting on the bench in the last 25 seconds of that game. And so I've tried to make a commitment to myself to keep he and Patrick on the court regardless of what's going on in the fourth quarter.
Riley honored that commitment. Oakley and Ewing led the Knicks in minutes this season. And for Oakley, the team's leader in rebounding, he finally earned a trip to the All-Star game as the league learned what Riley became all too aware of last spring.
The press and the coaches around the league are starting to give him the recognition that he deserves and the respect that he deserves. I think he's definitely one of the best power forwards in the game.
For too long, the league viewed Oakley as the Knicks enforcer. It rarely appreciated the skills he showcased in Game 2 of the Nets series when Charles took charge after Ewing was ejected.
Are you a tough guy off the court too? I don't have to be tough off the court. I don't have to be tough on the court, but it's the way I play.